Welcome to my channel Hauntingly, in the beginning of the Gate at Morgan Manor. Sit back and enjoy a few minutes of this spooky little story during the month of October, with the conclusion on October 29th. Charlotte had spent her entire life in the historic town of Riverside, Alabama. Since her childhood, she had been captivated by an old, mysterious house located in the heart of town, right by the banks of the Coosa River. Determined to make her dream a reality, she purchased the creepiest house in town with plans to restore it for herself. However, she was unaware that the home of her dreams would soon transform into the source of her nightmares. Welcome to the Gate at Morgan Manor. I might be sharing this story from beyond the grave, and you can decide that for yourself. However, I will say that if you do not believe in ghosts, paranormal beings, and similar phenomena, my tale might just change your perspective. If you have a few moments to spare, settle into a cozy chair and allow me to share my story with you. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Charlotte Elizabeth Dansby, and I currently reside in the picturesque town of Riverside, Alabama. It truly feels like stepping into a picture postcard. Historic Riverside is a beautiful waterfront town with oak-lined streets right on the banks of the Coosa River. Rich in history, character, I can't fathom calling any other place home. But it's truly astonishing that something so dark and tragic could occur in such a peaceful town. Let me take you back to the very beginning. After landing the job of my dreams, I was recently able to purchase a house all my own. I acquired a stunning, partially restored old house that dates back to the late 1800s, and it was right in the heart of town. It's actually been vacant as long as I can remember. From the very first moment I laid eyes on it as a small child, I was enchanted. Each time I drove by, it felt as though it was beckoning me. Although it appeared to be in a deep slumber, it came alive when I passed by it, almost whispering my name. When the sunlight hit the windows just right, they sparkled like prisms, and I could only dream of the stories they would share about the lives that once lived within. The property featured a grand spiked wrought iron gate, surrounded by fencing that gave it an air of mystery, as if it were pulled from the pages of a spooky tale. At night, the wrought iron seemed to take on a life of its own, with arms and hands dancing in the moonlight, inviting me to enter. It truly felt like the quintessential haunted house. The connection I felt was indescribable. Want to know what happens next? Join me October 11th as we continue with the story, or listen for yourself over on Audible to The Gate at Morgan Manor. Also, join me over on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube to become part of the Hauntingly family. Thanks for stopping by. See you soon.